and welcome to Totum Talks. Today myself and my colleague Roisin will be talking about how the legal sector has become more open to candidates at the executive level who are looking for a business services role within a law firm but who do not have previous law firm experience, and what things those candidates typically need to consider.
So traditionally law firms have recruited candidates who have a legal background, so they could have been a lawyer, a paralegal, or someone from a similar BD or HR role within a law firm. But now they're taking less of a traditional approach and looking outside of the sector as well as candidates from law firms. Liz, why have law firms become more open to considering candidates outside of the legal sector?
I think there are actually a number of reasons for this. There are only a finite number of candidates who have that legal experience, and so firms have had to look wider in order to be able to fill those roles. Some of the roles, particularly within a business development sphere, have become much more sector focused, and so firms are very keen to consider candidates who have that specific sector knowledge, so particularly those with an energy or intellectual property background. And firms are also looking to widen the candidate pool and recognise that those candidates coming from outside a sector can really add value in terms of their experience and the transferable skills.
Yeah, law firms really like candidates from the big four, so KPMG, PwC, Deloitte and Ernst & Young, and they also love candidates from other partnership environments, so accountancy firms or property firms, and candidates also from financial institutions, because they recognise that they are working with highly skilled individuals and sometimes challenging individuals, so it transfers over. What transferable skills do you think candidates need to demonstrate in order to get an interview at a law firm?
For those candidates applying for business development marketing roles, firms are particularly keen to see evidence of pitching experience. So this can either be experience gained as part of a formalised pitching process or that within a more ad hoc environment. Any experience of producing tenders, capability statements, and being able to conduct research into the client or the relevant industry is also particularly attractive. Experience of client relationship management. So again, this can be a formalised key account programme where a candidate's been looking after several key client accounts, or where they've just had lots of client interaction and are really able to demonstrate this. They must have the ability to be able to communicate with people across all levels of the organisation or firm, but particularly evidence of dealing with senior stakeholders. The ability to demonstrate that they've juggled lots of competing priorities. Any experience they've had of project management is also a bonus. Events experience is interesting to law firms, but it's not typically a prerequisite for these roles. Has that been similar on the HR?
Yeah, on the HR side it's very similar. I think that they need to have worked with similar types of individuals. So again, you know, banks, the individuals are very similar, they're highly skilled, they have the same sort of employee relations issues. So yes, that works very well to transfer to a law firm where you're working with partners and lawyers. Yeah. And when candidates are looking at job descriptions, how can they identify that the role is suitable?
This is where a candidate really needs to work closely with their recruiter, who will have a good understanding of their background and who will be really able to advise on what roles and law firms best match their skill set. So if it's a business development role, things that a candidate needs to consider: is the role a good match in terms of practice group sector? Now, it may sound obvious, but if your background's in the energy sector, there's little point applying for a role that involves a different sector, particularly as it's your sector knowledge which is going to really add value and which a law firm's really going to be interested in. For all business services roles, you should look at whether the role is going to be the right fit in terms of the law firm's culture, in terms of size. Does the role offer the right career progression? Now, it's worth noting that for a lot of candidates who are looking to move into the legal sector, they may have to take a sideways move rather than a promotion. So if this is the case, once you've gained that law firm experience, you can actually progress quite quickly. Yeah. But you need to make sure that you understand that the role that you're taking can offer you that career progression that you're looking for in the future, and that you've got scope to grow and develop in that role. And also, it's important to make sure that you're aware of what salary is being offered for that role, and does that match your salary expectations. Now, I know that we've had increasing success in placing candidates from outside of the legal sector into law firms most recently.
Yes, we have placed a candidate very recently from a search firm into a business development role within a law firm who she previously had business development focus in that search firm. We've placed an events person from a bank into an events role within a law firm. We've placed a HR advisor from an insurance company into a law firm. And we've placed a graduate recruiter from an accountancy firm into a law firm.
And I think also recently we've placed several lawyers into a business development role who've switched away from that fee earning side.
Yeah.
And we've got quite a few candidates interviewing at the moment in various different roles from outside of sector as well.
Yeah, it's been a very refreshing change and we just hope it continues.
So as you can see, there are lots of opportunities out there in the sector at the moment for candidates who don't have a legal background. So hopefully you found this helpful, and any queries, please contact us.